So the first advantage of indeterminate structure is that it has less design moment as compared to determinate structure. So we'll see one example of indeterminate structure and determinate structure. So BMD for this structure will be negative moment at the supports, positive moment at midspan. So at supports it will be WL square by 12, WL square by 12, at midspan WL square by 24. For determinate structure, this is UDL throughout, both UDL and UDL. So here we will get WL square by 8. So the design moment WL square by 24 is less than WL square by 8. So for indeterminate structures, design moment is less than determinate structures. As we have discussed in the first point, the design moment required will be less. So as the design moment is less, the cross-sectional area required for the structure will be less. So ultimately the material required for indeterminate structure will be less as compared to determinate structures. In addition to the above 2 points, it is also observed that the deflection observed in indeterminate structures is less than that of determinate structures. Along with the advantages, there are also some disadvantages for indeterminate structure. First of which is the internal temperature stresses which are developed due to temperature changes in indeterminate structures. If we compare the examples of determinate and indeterminate structure, we can find that as with the increase in temperature, the length of the beam will try to increase. This increase in the length is not restricted or resisted in the determinate structure, but in indeterminate structure, due to extra indeterminate components or extra reactions, it is resisted, and which will lead to temperature stresses in indeterminate structure. So we can conclude that due to the additional reactions in the indeterminate structure, the slight deformation due to temperature is resisted, which causes the stresses in indeterminate structure. The next disadvantage of indeterminate structure is that the internal stresses due to settlement of supports is observed in indeterminate structures, which is not observed in determinate structures. So the additional stresses are developed due to settlement of support. And the last disadvantage, that is the construction or fabrication, is difficult and costlier in indeterminate structures as compared to determinate.